Is something wrong with you?
Are you not
listening to what I'm saying?
That's
I said
argument.
The NFF, and let me repeat this because somebody will cut one clip and say the NFF is a pathetic. That's my own. They are a pathetic organization. You understand?
This is Crossfire and my name is Jidechi. Yes, on today's edition of the show, we would be discussing the reason Super Falcons were knocked out of the tournament, the deficiencies of the coach, or the problems as going on right now in the NFF. Tunde and Tosin will be joining me on the show today as usual to share their opinions with you. So let's just jump right into it. Who is at fault for the exit of the Super Falcons? Waldrum or the NFF? Tunde, let me start with you.
Look, I don't know. First of all, I'm trying to refrain from speaking about this because we all know how it went the last time. But I'm not afraid of you, niggas.
You should not be afraid.
Let's just do this. The point is, why are we asking if Waldrum is at fault? Someone that has gone to the World Cup and overperformed every single expectation. So we are going to leave the people that are owing players. We are going to leave the people that FIFPro had to drag them about payment of players. We are going to leave the people that even their players, you know, under the FIFPro, this if you check the comments of that post, Johnny Gallo typed there, yeah. NFF still never stop this thing. Which you have to commend the NFF for their equality in owing male
consistency.
They owe you regardless of gender. You have to say that's a very progressive way to handle owing people salaries. But that being said, why are you owing people salaries? They don't provide a conducive environment for these players to do their job. We already know that female players are underpaid compared to their male counterparts, and you will still owe them. Even in the underpay, you will still owe them. So, like, why are we now considering blaming Waldrum when the NFF clearly set up these girls for failure? There's a reason we are all surprised by them even calling out of that group, because we all zeroed our mind that nothing was going to happen before the tournament started. I know all of you like to act like you all saw it coming, and I'm the only one that has been talking negatively about Super Falcons.
I mean, it's out there. Evidence there.
You go explain that.
Okay, Tosin, let me come to you. Do you agree with Tunde that it's all the NFF's fault, or do you feel that something else could have contributed to the fact that Super Falcons got eliminated in the round of 16?
Let me start by saying that the NFF, this is my own personal opinion, the NFF has been a pathetic organization for years. Even from the time that they were the NFA, before they transitioned to the NFA, it has been a pathetic organization. Let's tackle the issue. Why did the Super Falcons exit at the World Cup at the round of 16? Unlike Tunde, I actually believe that the Super Falcons will do well. I have a very, very positive mindset. You understand? So I said that they would actually get 7 points in their group. They got 5. And I said they
So you were wrong.
So I said they will do well and they'll get out of the group. I was right.
You said they will get 0 to me. Let's not go there.
So, but don't let us go there. So let us look at how they actually qualified from the group. The game against Canada, then the win against Australia. But here's one thing. There's always a saying in basketball, don't play with your food. Don't play with your food. And that's what the Super Falcons did that cost them at the World Cup. That game against the Republic of Ireland is actually to blame. When you look at it in totality, that was actually their least toughest opponent in that group.
Yeah.
Right, the Waldrum, for some certain reason, decided to approach the game with a defensive mindset. You understand? See, the NFF is a terrible organization. That is my own personal opinion. But let's talk about what happened on the pitch of play. You understand? Let's talk about his tactics in the game. He decided to have a defensive approach in a game they could have won that game. They could have actually won that game, and instead of facing England, they would have actually faced Denmark, which would have possibly been a better opponent for them to beat and go to their first quarterfinal since 1999.
So you don't think what happened off pitch should affect what happens on pitch?
Is something wrong with you?
Are you not
listening to what I'm saying?
That's
I said
argument.
The NFF, and let me repeat this because somebody will cut one clip and say the NFF is a pathetic. That's my own. They are a pathetic organization. You understand? But let's talk about what happened on the pitch. Nigeria could have actually qualified from the group as group winners and could have had a better opportunity against Denmark rather than against England.
Tunde, let me come back to you. You've heard what Tosin said. What do you think could be done going forward? And do you actually see this stopping with this organization you said were at fault of our elimination from the World Cup?
Could be done to who? As in, like, do you want to disband the NFF? There's nothing that can be done but accept your fate. Look, I don't know why Nigerians would like to act surprised. You suffer, you act surprised at the suffering. You suffer some more, act surprised. Is it the first time players have been old? Is it the first time this has happened? This conversation that we're having now, who is at fault? Who is at fault? When is the next World Cup? 2027.
The Women's World Cup.
Crossfire, the episode 2027, we will have the same conversation. I assure you, look, the 2031 World Cup, we will have this conversation, and then in 2035, we will have the conversation. I think you could have guessed that. That's where I was going. Look, there is nothing, since you have been alive, have we not been talking about the NFF and the NFA when they call them no future ambition? Because of what? Because they were doing things like this. Only players, refusing to implement strategies that will actually develop the game. Because Tosin wants to focus on what happened on the pitch. Fine, I get your point that yes, even though they are being old, that yes, even though the people that they are playing for do not raise them and take their welfare seriously, they should still put all of that aside and focus solely on the play, as if that's how it works. As if in your own place of work, when your boss is doing things, you know it doesn't affect your performance. But look, we have to consider that there are human beings involved there, and the motivation levels. I doff my hat for the ladies that they were able to keep their motivation levels that high. Don't forget that one day before our kickoff, they were still talk of whether we boycott that first game against Canada. One day, like the day before we play Canada, people were still saying we might not play that game. So that's the level of, to go from that to now channeling your energy into giving everything you have for your country, and then missing out on qualification just by by penalties, so that could have gone either way. So like I cannot look at that and then with a clear conscience blame the ladies for anything. I put it at the doorstep of the administrators. Do better so that we can absolve you of blame and then ask them what happened on the pitch. But when what's happening on the pitch is not going well, I'm not going to ignore that.
Do better. Tosin, let me ask you, Waldrum to be allowed to do better or Waldrum to be let go? What do you think?
Let's look at it like this. So, Tunde made some valid points. But here's the thing. The NFF, I think we are both on point when talking about the NFF. But about what, I don't have any blame for these ladies. I'm not blaming any of these ladies. I'm talking about Waldrum, his tactics. I have the utmost respect for all the Super Falcons players. I felt Ashley Plumpton was fantastic. I felt like Christy Uchebe was very energetic in midfield. I have nothing but compliments for all the Super Falcons players. But Randy Waldrum, let's visit his case. Basically, when we talk about Randy Waldrum itself, look at it. Apart from his tactics in the game against the Republic of Ireland, let's not even go to the England game. The England game, Lauren James collects a red card in the 83rd minute with 7 minutes of action still left to play. You understand? With another 5 minutes of extra time, with another 6 minutes of extra time, which is about 13 minutes of regulation still to play, 10 against 11, we were not able to find the breakthrough. We now played another 15 minutes of extra time, first half, 15 minutes of extra time, second half. So in totality, we played against England for about 43 minutes with them down a man.
A woman.
We played about 43 minutes. Well, we're going to play about 43 minutes down with England down a woman. What were Radio Waldrum's tactics in that game before he went to penalties? These are the things we are talking about. The NFF is a shambolic organization, in my opinion. But let's look at it in depth. If a team plays 43 minutes against a 10-woman opposition, are they not supposed to actually have a clear pattern of play? Are they supposed to actually be able to create clear controls? Some people might actually say that in the extra time, England looked like they were actually forcing the issue. You understand? So these are the things. These ladies, I respect them for their accomplishments, and I actually predicted that they would do well at the tournament. But Randy Waldrum needs to answer for his tactics in both the game against Republic of Ireland, which we could have won, and also the game against England.
So after he answers, stay or go?
I don't think we should sack him now. Obviously. But I think he needs to actually have a little bit of much more technical direction. You understand?
Okay. You tell me what you think. Tunde, correct or Tosin, the correct one as regards the NFF, the Waldrum, and of course the All-Star of the Super Falcons from the FIFA Women's World Cup?